right, we're heading to Crown and Thistle in downtown CDA on 4th Street. It's one of my favorite places. It's a pub, but it's really got good bangers and mash, which I never even had before I went to Crown and Thistle. We like it quite a bit. And, it's within walking distance of the office, which we like. Owned by a really cool family, the Drakes. And here we are right here. And it's done in like an style of an old British pub. Hopefully one of the cool booths is available. Okay, so this booth that we're in, which I love, especially like on a, like in an evening, if you've got some friends in town. By the way, they have really great beers on tap here if you're a beer drinker. I'm not much of a beer drinker. Certainly don't drink beer in the middle of the day. We're here for lunch. We love to get these snugs. There's 3 available, and these enclosed booths are called snugs. So if you didn't know that, they have a little plaque that has a write-up about them, but apparently, according to, and if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments, I'm sure you will, but according to the plaque, no sources cited, the snugs were developed because it was considered inappropriate to see a woman drinking out in public. And so they would create these little conversational spaces to sort of create privacy so gals could drink while they were out, and some even included something called a snob screen, which was like an etched pane of glass that would also be in place so you couldn't see in. So, but either way, they're really fun to sit in. You can kind of get lost here, and this space, which you got to show before you leave, is really well decorated, super cool. Feels like you're somewhere outside of the U.S. And another quick thing, I ordered the bangers and mash, which is like an onion gravy. They do red potatoes with the peel on. They're so good. And then the sausages are made by the owner and his little sausage factory, it's so weird saying that, is across the street. And you can buy the sausages as well. They're done really well. There's all types, but I just like the traditional Benny brat, which is what he calls it. So when the food arrives, we will show you. I already know I'm going to love it. As you might have figured out from this channel, we are reviewing stuff that I already love. We're kind of going dish by dish. And so we're trying to get out as quick as we can. If you want a great hamburger, where to go? If you want great fries, where do you go? If you want, we got to do Italian. I want to review Angelo's and some other places. We know the owner there. He's phenomenal. But we want to, if you are in town for like a comfort meal, now we know Izzy's comfort food is amazing. But if you want, mashed potatoes and gravy and sausages, like, dude, this is the place to go, especially if you want a great beer on tap. So check it out. Okay, sorry, I got a phone call that lasted a little bit of time, and so I was eating during the phone call. So I can't quite call this first bite, but man, it's amazing. It's still crispy. It's not overly greasy. The Benny brats are phenomenal. It's the gravy though, dude, the gravy. I get an extra little side of it, so it can go on everything on the plate. The brats are not too spicy, but they are well seasoned. It's earthy and rich and really good. Oh yeah, it's fire. It's like sage and pork, and it tastes like, I don't know, yeah, it's really good. I feel like half my channel is just people watching me eat and go, oh my gosh, so good. It really is. Come check it out. Is it good for families? They do actually let kids in here. I don't know if it's great for families. Weekends and evenings, a lot of like bar goers and really jolly, happy people. They let it get loud in here, so it does get loud. So if you can snag a snug, do that. But it's tables. They'll do sing-along nights here, or they have. I don't know if it's a regular thing. They have live bands come and perform. So it's a really good spot. It's only street parking, so heads up. There is 2 blocks up. There's a big parking garage, so it's easy to get to. I think you really like it, so come check them out. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Greg. 1 out of 10. Okay. Overall place. Okay. Well, let me do the Benny Brats. Okay. So I've only had maybe 5 or 6 bangers and mash in my whole life. To me, these are, when you get them breaded, they're a 9. When you get them unbreaded, they're an 8. So this is a 9 out of 10 for me. This is a meal that, like, after a long, stressful day in the cold, like if we're moving stuff in the trailers or whatever, like, and I'm just like cold to the bone, I'm like, dude, I want to go get this meal. It feels like a French onion soup, or it feels like a, bowl of clam chowder when you're on the Oregon coast and it's been cold. Like, that's what it feels like. Really feeling really good. So I'm going to give the bangers and mash breaded a 9 out of 10. It's not on the menu, so you have to ask for it done. Overall place, I'm not like a pub crawler guy myself or whatever. I don't really know what the cool kids do. I would say in its category, my bet is it's also an 8. I bet you, because it feels themed without being themey or like kitschy, if you know what I mean. It's just well done. It's not rowdy, but it's jovial. Like, that's the feel. Like, I'm getting very specific here, but that's really what it's like. I kind of like I'm sorry, I'm talking to Greg. I kind of like my stuff. Keep this in. I want people to know. I want, how like a good movie reviewer, the way you know that they're good if you've never seen them before, is you'll go check a movie that you love and see how they reviewed it, right? So I'm trying to give as much description as I can so that you can figure out where you want to spend your money. I've never seen, it's not a party scene, but it's like being in a tavern in the, like, right? Yeah, Greg's not. It's like being in a tavern in the oldie times. A lot of fun. It's friendly. It's warm. The decorations are genuinely cool. The location is right downtown. It's next to a busy kind of trendy bar and across the street from like the Iron Horse, which is like a real local like bar. This is a great Goldilocks zone. It's not too bar and it's not too trendy. It's just right. If you like good food, good beer, friendship, get a snug, come to Crown and Thistle, check it out. I think it's amazing. They also have fish and chips. Recently, I brought someone from the UK. They said that for American fish and chips, it's amazing, but the pieces were small. I guess in the UK, because I haven't been, they have huge pieces of fish. And I heard that the owner's actually working on that to make it more traditional. So their fries are great. I would give the fries a 6, what do you think, a 6 out of 10?
I'd go 6.
6, yeah. It's about a 6 out of 10. They're really standard box cut fries. Oh, you see that? These are seasoned well.
They're crispy.
They're crispy. Yeah, they're like chips. No, they're not bad. A couple of things. I don't believe they have a ranch, or like if you're like a fries with ranch person. At the table, they have malt vinegar. That's what I usually put on them. They have ketchup. But yeah, so if you like that environment, overall, in its category, I would give it an 8 out of 10. That category being not quite a bar, not quite all a pub, a little bit of theming, this would be the spot. Like, in fact, don't miss it if you're in CDA. If you want something, like if you're coming from the Ren Fair, this is where you're going. It's not a great business meeting environment, though I've had a few business meetings here. This is more like relax with your friends, play Dragon Vault on the tables. Shout out to Dragon Vault, my cousin Fred. Great entrepreneur, great game. This would be perfect. Okay, so check it out. I think you'll like it. Cheers.